So I love watching Midnight Diner on Netflix, and maybe you remember the chicken fried rice episode. The episode showcases ketchup fried rice with chicken, which is a very popular comfort food in Japan. It only takes 10 minutes to make and it's super tasty. Today I'll go even one step further to turn it into an omurice with our ketchup chicken fried rice, so let's get started. I listed all the ingredients down below, but this is a super simple recipe. All you need for vegetables is onion, mushrooms, and frozen peas. We need to dice a half an onion. I'm just using a regular yellow onion. So one trick to cutting an onion is when you make knife cuts from the top and then turn it over to the side, and then you can easily just dice them away. Slice 3 button mushrooms, and this recipe is just for one person, so if you're cooking for more people, make sure you adjust the recipe. Now heat up your pan to medium-high, and we're going to cook some butter. This is a quarter stick of butter, and once it melts nicely, we're going to add some onion and some mushrooms, and then we're going to cook them until they're nice and golden brown. And once they turn nice and golden brown, just turn down the heat and set it aside while we work on the chicken. And as for the chicken, I'm using a chicken thigh because they have so much flavors and enough fat, so they're my favorite to use for any sort of chicken fried rice. And once you're done dicing into half-inch cubes, just go ahead and add them to the pan. Now we add some salt and pepper to the chicken, which is a pretty simple seasoning, and make sure that we thoroughly cook the chicken. And we have to make sure the chicken's cooked thoroughly right now, because once we add the cold rice, it'll be difficult to thoroughly cook the chicken at that point. We'll add a bowl of cold rice. It's important that you use cold rice because if you use warm or hot rice, it's not going to turn out as good. Hot rice can turn out mushy when you cook it like this, but if you use cold rice, even though it's a little clumpy at first, but once you apply the heat, it unclumps into smaller pieces and gives it an opportunity to get really toasted on the outside, giving it a really nice aroma. Now add 3 tablespoons of ketchup and 3 tablespoons of tomato sauce. Also add 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Add 2 tablespoons of frozen peas, and that's it. You just mix it around and make sure all that sauce gets evenly coated into the rice and everything else. So it might take a minute or two to get everything mixed in very thoroughly. This is smelling so good right now as the tomato and vinegar from the ketchup sauce cooks off, mixed with that toasty and savory aroma of the rice from being pan fried. So what do you think? Doesn't it look just like what they served in Midnight Diner? I mean, you can seriously stop right here and just eat this and we'll have zero regrets. It's so good. Or you can also fry up a thin omelet and throw it on top, and we'll have a Japanese omurice. I'm going to take that extra step and make an omurice, so in case you're curious about how that's done, you can see that here too. Well, at least this part is super easy. All you gotta do is crack 2 eggs into a bowl. Add a pinch of salt. And add about a tablespoon of heavy cream. And whisk that up. Now heat up your pan to medium high and add a generous amount of vegetable oil. And add your egg mixture, nice and flat. After that, shake your pan around a little bit to make sure all that egg mixture is evenly distributed, forming a nice little circle. As the bottom side is getting cooked, it's gonna move around freely. It's important you use a non-stick frying pan. Now I just toss my egg right there, but feel free to use a spatula to flip it to the other side. And just kind of press it gently down to make sure it stays flat. And that's it. Now put it over your fried chicken rice. Now we have the perfect Japanese omurice. Now add some ketchup on top. And that's it. Now, how do I eat this thing? Well, just destroy it from the top down. And make sure you include a little bit of that egg omelet with your each bite. And you're gonna have so much fun. I think you're gonna love this Japanese omurice with chicken fried rice. If you enjoyed today's recipe, please hit that like button below, and if you're new, please subscribe for more delicious recipes. Thanks for watching.